Why do powerboaters and sailors bump heads around the bar?
All right, my friends, this is coat number 2.
How much do you love me? That's not gonna work out very well. Alright guys, so welcome to the sailing channel. This is something that you guys don't see often. A plastic fantastic, or a stink pot like the sailors call it. And what we're going to do today is we're going to move this boat. It's an 86 or 89, I think it's a Sunseeker. It's about a $4 million price tag on this thing. And we're going to move it from Fort Lauderdale to West Palm Beach. And I'm going to show you how we do that. And don't shoot me for being one of these, but you guys know I'm working towards my Yacht Masters Ocean. So come along. Okay, so I've asked that everybody be on deck, and we are gonna loosen the lines from bow to stern, and everybody's gonna be on deck. Although it's big, we all have walkie-talkies that we're speaking to each other, and then the deck's gonna be secure. We'll put the fenders on the aft deck. It's not much different than docking or getting out a sailboat from your berth. Alright you guys, it's Captain Liu and Captain No coming to you live from an 89-foot Sunseeker. Why do powerboaters and sailors bump heads around the bar? You had a really good point right now.
Well, Steve and I were chatting about it, and my first thought was that sailboaters enjoy using nature, they enjoy the lack of pollution, they enjoy using Mother Nature to propel them.
Footprint.
And a small footprint, and I think that in some cases sailboaters might look at the yachting industry or powerboaters as gluttonous, as wasteful, and as not environmentally friendly.
Is that true?
I think it's a personal opinion. I think everyone thinks has their own opinion. Steve brought up an interesting
Let's see what
fact
Steve
on this
says.
side.
What do you say, Captain?
I mean, I think the environmental issues are a big part of the discussion when you talk about power boaters versus sailboaters. I mean, I think that the sailing community is correct in that, their environmental impact on a vessel like this. We're burning 60 gallons an hour right now per engine, so we're burning 120 gallons per hour right now. And so, there is that dynamic. And
That's what they call them, stink pots.
right, exactly. However, I think there is an inherent jealousy
I will agree with that.
among sailors as we go flying by at 24 knots.
In aircon,
with
in the
air
AC.
With air conditioning.
Yeah. I mean, I can just show you this fly bridge. I mean, yeah. So that's an interesting conversation. Please comment below. Tell me what you think. Why do you and why do you not agree with or like the guy around the bar with his $4 million yacht that burns 120 gallons per hour?
So we are scuffing now for a second coat. So the instruction from Chris is to take all the shine away. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a little less labor intensive than the original sanding because we're just scuffing this time. But I don't know, it's really hard to see because it's so bright out here. But maybe that'll help me figure out where it's reflecting back. So I think I have probably 5 hours of sanding to do on just the coach house, and then tomorrow we will paint hopefully the coach house, and then from there we're kind of doing it in sections because as we brush we don't want to put our butt in the wet paint, which I'm really good at. That's my talent. So we're doing section by section, which right now we're going to do the coach house, and it's just me sanding today, so it's probably going to take me, I think 4 hours is what I'm guessing, maybe 5, and then we will hopefully paint tomorrow. Okay, so the professional came in and he told me I over sanded, which is kind of good news and bad news. Good news because I have to do less work going around the second time, and bad news because I took too much paint off. So basically you're just supposed to scuff it, not smooth it, from what I understand. So Chris is here now, and we're gonna wash the boat down, and then we're gonna put another coat on. Okay, so now we're gonna take a tack cloth and go around the boat 2 times to get any dust from the alcohol wipes off of the boat. So now, let's get through our tool pile over here and see what Chris is mixing for paint. All right, so I'm here with Chris, and he has been our savior in giving us all of the expert advice and pointing us in the right direction. So we're mixing paint now, and this paint is really similar to nail polish, which is interesting to me. It's very, very, very thin. So it's 1-to-1. It's a 2-part paint. Is it 1-to-1?
No, it's a 2-to-1.
That's
it's
why
a
we have
polyester urethane top coat. So it's actually it's a 2-to-1, and they're going to put reducer in it, and I'm going to put a little accelerator in it because you're expecting rain. Generally the paint takes 4 to 6 hours to fully cure. If it gets any moisture on it, it'll blush, so it'll lose its sheen, its shininess. So we'll put a little bit of accelerator in it to help it cure faster. That takes away from the sheen itself, but it's hard to tell as a, you know.
Let's talk about price. What can a guy with a 30-foot boat expect to pay to do the top side?
If he's paying you.
If he's paying me, well, 350 bucks a foot is the standard, you know, with materials and stuff. That's not including repairs. You know, there's just so much to do on all the radiuses, everything on a sailboat's done by hand. There's no sander, no machine or anything.
This I know. This I've learned the hard way. I'm like, oh, we're gonna just slap some paint on it.
So it's about $100 more a foot as a difference than the hull. Like if I was just to price the hull, it'd be about $250 a foot, and that's the starting rate. You know, colors are variable. Darker colors always add on more coats. How has it been painted with all grip before? You know, does it need to be primed? You know, a couple of coats. Does it have a lot of repairs? Has it been run into the dock several times?
How do you think we've done?
Oh, you guys have done a great job so far. A lot of tenacity to keep it going. I know how hard it is, and most people give up. There's a boat over there at the boatyard where I'm at. The captain and his first mate and another kid were doing it, and they got on the first coat, and they quit.
Really?
Yeah, they quit. They weren't happy with the way it came out, and because it's not as simple as it may seem. Just to see somebody rolling it on, oh, I could do that.
Yeah, definitely. So I've been Chris's apprentice on this job and the grunt. So I've done the sanding and the fairing. So it's a 10-foot job, as they call it. It looks really good from about 10 feet away, but I'm really happy and excited to get out there and sail again. So let's get it done.
We are currently rolling and tipping a section that has already been painted once, unscuffed, and we're applying the second coat. It's so thin though, and such a dark color, you're going to have to, believe it or not, darker colors need more coats than the lighter colors.
Why did we go with a darker color?
Because it looks beautiful.
Okay,
Well, it's not that dark, it's just not white.
Aubrey, what is the advice you can give somebody when they're doing what you're doing right now? Have 2 people?
Yeah, have 2 people, but also be really careful when you're doing your original prep, because I ground out a lot of things that did not need to be ground out, which created a lot more work for me in the end. And so that's something I would definitely change.
A paint job is all in the prep work. It's all in the prep work.
All right, my friends, this is coat number 2. Now I know there's a glare. You can't really see it, but take my word for it, it looks really, really good. Getting the windows hopefully done this weekend. She's looking pretty. Okay, you guys, so as we work on the Little Miss, Searle is over here installing some shelves. Searle?
Good, eh?
Yeah, so how's it going?
Slow.
Slow?
Measure twice, cut once. Limited on the amount of resources we have, so making the best of it.
All right, well, I'm gonna go show them the work that you're doing.
What about the work that I'm doing?
Where's the beer drinking? Okay, so here is the project that's happening in the moonlight. So they've added another shelf up top here and just kind of cleaned out this bottom area and added a brand new fresh shelf there. And then they're gonna reinstall this drawer. So after that, oh, looks like they even installed a nice little shelf in here. And then the countertop is going to be cut out of marine ply, and we'll put some, help me out with a word, Formica fascia. I think that's what I'm trying to say, on it. We put quite a lot of work into Moonlight now. She's looking really good. We're gonna paint this back wall a color and finish up the organizational stuff, and the guys are gonna get going here soon. So you guys are gonna see some very blue water.
Hi guys, so let me show you the latest invention. We have a portable AC in the boat. I duct taped it, and I also piped it all the way from there into the bilge. So now we are so nice and cool inside. It is about 4,312.12 repetitive degrees Fahrenheit right now in Vero Beach, Florida. So I did not just take a shower, it is sweat. But the boats are coming along. Aubrey's fixing the hatch, which we showed you guys. We got for such a good price at this Vero Beach Glass and Mirror, and it's gonna look amazing. Come, let me show you.
One of the holes line up.
No, we asked them to do it for us. We have to drill it again?
Yeah.
No, these are lined.
Yeah, but come check this one
Oh,
out.
these
yeah.
ones are
Check
really
that whole
crooked.
side is... Well, we can still just drill because this white is going to cover up what's going on.
Okay.
So that is a executive decision.
Okay, I know my wife. She's the happiest when she has 5200 or some sort of a sealant in her hand. For some reason, she just likes to make stuff stick.
Gooey.
So, what are you doing right now, babe?
I am trying to get enough goo on this so that you can't see the blue in here anymore.
That
If
blue?
I never see this blue again, I'll be a happy camper. We caulked, and now we are going to smush it down. And that is a technical term here.
That's a very sailing term.
Smushing is a sailing term for sure. Oh my gosh, please find the hole. Oh good lord. Alright, I'm gonna need a drill. Alright, we have salmon, Triscuits, and mascarpone cheese. But we're gonna try some bull tongue. And you guys get, is it 10% off?
I think it's a little bit more than 10%.
You guys get a discount with these guys for the best bull tongue that we have had. How do you say it?
Ayobayo.
Ayobio.
Ayoba means what's up, cool, lekker.
Lacquer. Well, it's sugar-free, so it's not like beef jerky, and there's not a ton of sodium in it. So,
Do you like biltong more than jerky?
no comment.
Ach, skak man. Mmm. Yum. Biltong! Hello YouTube! Okay, we're in Little Miss, and everybody's here, even the cat can prove it. That's Gary.
Hey.
That's Aubrey's beautiful cousin that came to see us all the way from Washington State. That's Blake. That's baby Jesus. That's the big
We don't know me.
blonde. And there's the beautiful one. Look at you. So we're all hanging out. Thank you to Greg Guthman, one of our patrons that gave us this really interactive music system. And tonight we have Joe Gott, Rodney Strong, and Decoy.
I feel like we could fit at least 7 more of you guys in here comfortably and also have a barbecue outside and 12 more people in the cockpit.
I want to put 29 people on a 29-foot boat.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Can most of them be the female gender? So because men kind of smelly, and I don't want to stand next to them so close.
Okay, I mean, I guess I prefer girls too.
Second that motion.
Aubrey!
Right, good to you.
So you've been here for 3 weeks. Give us a lowdown of what you've experienced, what you've done, and how you feel right now.
I feel like I've caused more destruction than rebuilding or repurposing of things. So that's a bit of a wake up. Everything that you do on a boat, you have to realize there has to be great tolerances, because everything is skew. Everything is skew, and it shocks you just to see when you look at something it should be a right angle. No, it's curved in some way or another, and you can't even use a circular saw. You have to use a jigsaw because you're always doing fine curves around things. Yeah.
But you've enjoyed the DIYs, eh?
Definitely. It's
been
challenge
fun.
every day.
Sweet. And so this one wants to buy herself a sailboat, move aboard, and she decided she's coming to us and she's gonna come and see us. And now you're on national TV, international television. You weren't ready.
Yeah, so cousin, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
Cousin called and said, hey, I'm thinking about maybe like tiny living or moving onto a boat or something. And I was like, definitely come see us before you do, because maybe you can avoid some of the mistakes that we made and have a little less of a learning curve. So she's actually looking at a 33-foot Pearson, and we have one of those. So we're like, come on down, sleep on it, open all the cupboards, look in the bilge, see what you like, see what you don't like. And also Little Miss and Moonlight have completely different layouts. So I think that's really interesting to look at too. Even though they're both small boats, most boats either have an aft galley or a midship galley, which kind of lays the whole boat out differently. And for me, I really like the midship galley because it gives you a lot more space. So
especially when you have a handsome African helping you make this beautiful galley.
yes.
And when there's 3 nice bottles of Sonoma wine on the covenant.
So sad. I'm like, I'm gonna stop drinking, and then he's like, look, we've got Decoy, Rodney Strong, and
I mean, I got it because now that you don't drink anymore,
you want to have the good stuff.
yes, there's more for me. And then I would like to hear from the most beautiful girl in the entire world. How much do you love me? That's not gonna work out very well. How much do you love me?
1 out of 10?
Yes. I'm holding thumbs here.
Like 9 or 10.
Like not a 12 out of 10?
Or 11.
Ah,
Yes,
I love
buddy.
you.
Oh, you're hiding in there, huh?
Check, 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 check.
Look at this guy.
And the cat behind it.
Where's the cat? Oh, there's a cat up there. Well, it's a party in here. Just turn on the music. Bring the wine. Let's have fun.
All right,